All right, I think I see people joining. Yep, and some hearts. All right, good morning, everybody. It's Brittany at Big Cat Rescue here in Tampa, Florida. And we are going to bring you guys along today for a virtual keeper tour starring, yay, one of your regular favorites now, Jen R. And we have Stef K, woo, straight from California. So these ladies are going to lead us around today on a virtual keeper tour. So take it away.
So hi everyone, for the newer viewers, a little bit about Big Cat Rescue. We're a sanctuary for unwanted and abused big cats. Now they're one, we love them.
We do.
They had some owners that didn't really take care of them really well. So they found their forever home here. And so what the keeper tour does is it gives you a little bit of glimpse of the other stuff that we do. So animals in captivity, they can get bored. And so there's some side effects when animals get bored. Some of them pace, sometimes they suck on their tail or their foot, they chew on their foot. So what we really worry about is not only our animals' physical well-being here, but we worry about their mental well-being. So we do things called enrichment, which simulates behaviors that they would do in the wild. You guys are going to see today as we go around, their enclosures are very enriching. And none of our animals are inside. They all sleep under the stars and the moon at night. And you'll see how we make it as natural as possible for them. However, we do also do some other things. We do enrichment where, if you've ever let your dog out in the backyard and it goes and runs and rolls in something stinky and then comes back up, they love doing that. That's just a natural behavior for them. They scent mark, they pee on everything. And so what we've done here is we've made some enrichment. This is some themed enrichment for the
So
holidays.
cute.
This looks like a carrot, but it's actually a tube. It's a toilet paper tube, or this one's actually probably a paper towel tube, with a nice little paper on here. But we're gonna put some scent in this, and where's my scent? There we go. Cats like spices, so we've got cinnamon here. We're gonna put some cinnamon. We also have perfume that we're gonna be spraying on these. And we use all sorts of spices for the cats. Everything except for pepper, because that's just mean. And salt, it doesn't have a lot of smell, and they don't really need salt.
Yeah.
So they don't really eat it. They rub in it and drool on it. You'll see what they do, but it's really fun for them and definitely fun for us.
Definitely.
So we've also made some little hats.
They're so cute.
So I think these already have something in them. But so some other stuff that we're going to do today is called Operant Conditioning. Operant Conditioning is a positive reinforcement way of training behaviors for animals. So when we care for the animals here, sometimes we need to shift them from one side of the enclosure to the other. Sometimes we need to give them medication. Sometimes we need to see if they're limping. So what we do is we take a stick.
It's longer than I thought.
And on the end of it, we take trusty assistant. We give them meat on the end of a stick. And so this is USDA grade beef. We have also some chicken thighs and chicken breasts today.
Nice.
These are some of their favorite foods. So what we can do, and you'll see, we'll train different behaviors, not like jumping through hoops of fire or anything like that. It's all animal husbandry type things. But also for this piece here, if we have to give somebody a medication, what we can do is we can put a little slit in here, put the pill in here, give them a piece without the pill and give them a piece with the pill, and they don't even know they took their meds.
Yep.
In theory.
Yeah.
Some that are very smart go,
that
pill right out. Simba this morning to me.
I bet, yeah, he's a tough one.
4 times.
Oh my gosh. That's too funny.
So we also have, yes, thank you. We have a geriatric community here. The animals stay here for the remainder of their lives. And so they also have a very high protein diet. So that could be a little bit taxing on their kidneys. So we want to make sure that our animals get additional fluids. There's a whole list of them that we make sure they get that. And instead of taking them into the hospital, putting an IV in them, giving them some extra fluids. What we do is when we are cutting the beef, it comes frozen to us, and as we're cutting up their meat, we take the runoff of the blood and we save it, and then we refreeze it and make bloodsickles. So this is mixed with water, so they get some additional fluids. We also have fish sickles, turkey sickles, chicken sickles. That's, I think, what we have for today. So
cool.
So you guys will be able to see that.
Nice.
So we are going to mask up, and I'm going to mask up. And then we're going to head on over to Moses and Bailey.
Awesome.
To get them some enrichment.
Okay, great.
All right, you want to jump on the cart?
Thank you, everybody who is helping each other out in the comments. If any of you are unable to hear, usually if you go out and come back in, it'll unfreeze if that's part of the issue. And anybody else struggling, usually you have success if you wear headphones or earbuds. We don't scream around the cats, but we do try to talk as loudly as possible. So again, if you're just joining, I'm Brittany, and that is Jen and Stef K, and we're here at Big Cat Rescue doing one of our virtual keeper tours. I'm gonna start out with some of our smaller cats. So thank you to everybody who's sharing this, answering questions.
Oh,
you're good. Thank you, Janet, for the donation.
So we have the pilgrim hat and the corn.
So cute.
We're going to put Betsy Johnson on here.
Nice. Fancy.
Our cats have a highbrow smell. They like Chanel. They like Betsy Johnson. They like very nice perfume.
Look at Beecher behind us. He's chewing on grass. What you doing, sir? Him and Hutch both do that when they get grass stuck in their teeth. Oh, so silly.
See, I think that Moses and Bailey are over here.
Trick is always finding them. So they know we put in... Oh, yep, I see some bobcats walking around in that grass up there. Oh, where are you going, lady? There's Bailey. Don't run away. She's bringing you fun stuff. There she goes. Oh, I'm coming around. She was heading towards you. There she is. Bales.
So whenever we have two cats in an enclosure, we make sure that we give two pieces of enrichment. Because it's just mean to not do that, but then also we don't want to cause a fight between the cats. Although Bailey's like, whatever.
Yeah, she will enjoy it thoroughly later, but probably not while we're here.
Where are you?
Bales, come check it out. Thank you, Larry, for the donation. We really appreciate your donations. We used to be open to the public, but on March 16th, we did close down out of precaution for COVID-19. So 100% of your donations goes to the care of these cats. So we really appreciate that. And you guys can have a little fiesta later when no one's around.
So a lot of times when we give enrichment to the cats, they don't do anything right then. And enrichment is not about us. We enjoy watching it. We enjoy them rolling around and playing with it. But a lot of times they're like, people, people, people. And then they're like, oh, and when we leave, they go, oh, okay, now let's go play with that.
Yeah.
So we got to see Bailey. Moses is hidden somewhere.
Yeah.
Don't know where he's hiding.
Probably underground in that flower pot over there.
Bailey's hoping for second breakfast. So I work with Bailey and do operant conditioning with her. We have cats that are assigned to different people for training. We practice operant conditioning all the time because when there's a stressful situation, you don't want that to be the first time that you've ever introduced operant conditioning. So we practice it all the time, so it's not a big deal. And And Bailey, she does not like the stick. She is still very afraid of the stick. So what I've been working on with her is to put her into lockout. Now you can see on the side of the enclosure here, there's these little boxes, and that's where we feed them. And we give them treats and good stuff there, but there's a guillotine door on the back of it. So we can close the cats in there and give them any injections that they need, or we've had a leopard that we needed fluids, so we were able to do that in the lockout. Then they can't run around in there a little bit, they can't move around as much. Also, we can put a carrier on the other side of that guillotine door and then open up the door, they run into the carrier, and then we can move them. So it's a really great tool for us, but again, you want to make sure that it's not a stressful situation when you do that. And the first time you ever put a door down on a cat, they're like, oh my God, it's scary, scary. So we practice that. Well, Bailey is still in the practice mode of just having somebody stand there with food.
That's funny.
So the operant conditioning, the whole time I'm with her, she's going, growling at me and eating food. So that's where we're at. All the cats are at different levels, and she's definitely still in the very beginner after 4 years.
That's pretty typical for a stubborn bobcat, for sure. Yeah. Thank you, Rachel. Appreciate your donation. So those kids will enjoy that later.
Yeah.
All the cats had breakfast already today, so some of them are in that full belly mode, and they'll play later, but
well, we're going to give, and you can see Bailey too over here. Their enclosure, they have a big bubble here, then they have an overhead tunnel, and then they can go into another bubble here. Then they have another overhead tunnel, and then another big bubble over there. So they can, they have a lot of room, but also we can separate them if they're not having a good day together or something like that too.
Yep.
So we are going to go to our next ones, are going to be Beecher and Mrs. Claus.
Beecher just made a perfect noise for you.
So we're going to go to Beecher and Mrs. Claus. We're going to give them sickles.
Okay.
They are our new power couple here. Beecher just got moved to this enclosure, and Mrs. Claus has been like, what? Who is that?
Quite
He's
interested.
So cool. So we'll see if she'll come out. He's definitely going to come
Yep.
out. So.
All right.
But we're going to give them a sickle.
Okay. Beach, what do you think? Are you putting your flavor order in?
Yeah.
Which flavor do we want? Which flavor do we want? If you guys watch our lives regularly, you know that Beecher moved over here, and they moved him in the exact fashion that Jen was just telling you about. We got him into his feeding lockout, closed the door, put a transport cage on the other side. He loaded right up, and then he came to his new home. He's been here for about a week and a half now, I think.
Yeah. Good, how are you? All right, all good. He's eating every piece of grass or anything in his enclosure.
He
That's
is.
his favorite.
He really likes these palm leaves all of a sudden. Beecher, we brought you a snack.
So Beecher's gonna get the blood sickle. Beecher.
Beech. Ooh.
What is that?
Nice. You
He's
don't
like,
want that? He's like, I was chewing on grass.
That's not grass flavored.
I wonder if we really did blend up some grass and mix it with water for him if he'd enjoy it.
That's a good idea to try.
That is, might as well. Him and Hutch would probably both enjoy that. They eat the most grass.
Oh, silly guy.
He's so silly.
So Beecher is a hybrid. He is a Bengal cat, and these guys, a lot of people think that they would make good pets because they're the size of a regular cat. They look really cool. They have pretty markings. However, a lot of times when they get to the home, they do more of the exotic behaviors, like peeing on your house, peeing on the walls. The problem is that when they pee on the walls, the drywall, it does not go away. And so you have this very expensive kitty litter box. People tend to not like that. They tend to also like to tear up your furniture. A lot of the Bengals like to use sinks and tubs as their restroom. So, oh, the cart.
We're going.
Oh, she's got to have something better than that.
This way. You have a blood sickle right there.
So this is Linda, and Linda is our coordinator today.
Hey, Linda.
And,
People as enrichment.
that is one of the parts and the good things about enrichment is when we come to the cats, we're giving them treats and toys and food. And so when we need to look at a cat, they come running over to us like, hello. We don't typically have to search for them, although I think Mrs. Claus, we might have to.
Yeah, if she's not in her tree stand, she's probably hiding somewhere.
Yeah.
All right, Beach, we're going to go see your new neighbor.
Watch your stuff coming through here.
Miss. That right, she's probably in her barrel.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. No, Miss. Oh, she is in her tree stand. She's just on the second level.
Oh.
She's like inside the box.
Oh my goodness.
In the
You
middle.
Can, like, see like a little leg.
I see a foot. I see a foot. Maybe we can get a view of her from this way.
Yeah.
You're so silly, lady. There's a Simba.
Hi, Sam.
Hey, Sim. I heard you were very difficult this morning.
Yes. So Simba also, when he eats, he does this little nom 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 nom. He's very talkative while he's eating.
Very. He is. I like when he lays in his overhead tunnel and is like a little troll. Like if you go to walk under him, he swats at you and he makes all kinds of crazy noises. Look at you up there. You were hiding so well. This is Mrs. Claus.
She knows it's there. She sees it.
Is it worth coming down for? How'd you get in there?
This was a fish sickle.
How'd you get in there?
She says, I'm a cat. I climb trees, silly.
She got a fish sickle right down there.
Yeah.
But
So Mrs. Claus came with Mr. Claus, and we have a Bobcat rehab program here. So we rehabilitate Bobcats that have gotten injured in the wild or abandoned or something has happened to them. We rehab them and put them back out into the wild. Some of the animals, though, have had people play with them, pet them, try to take care of them before they get to us, and a lot of times they are not fit for being released back out into the wild after that. They're just too nice. When the animals are full of spit and vinegar, then we're like, yes, you're going to go back out into the wild. But we've had some cats that just are not able to. We've had a couple that also they're not able to go into the wild because of physical problems.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't survive. Mrs. Claus, she was nice enough that she wouldn't do very well in the wild.
She didn't want to eat her food. She wanted to make friends with her food.
Yes. Yeah. So, and that's one of the biggest things in the wild that you have to do. You have to be able to hunt your food and eat it.
Yep.
And when she's like, oh, I will play with you, Rat, and you will be my best friend forever.
Yeah.
That's not conducive to going to the wild.
No.
So.
All right.
All right, we're going to come on over here and go to the next one.
Okay. And you guys will see Jenny, who's backed up a few of our tours. And we actually talked about this on one of the tours, that she is now doing reading enrichment for several of the cats. So you can see Jenny over there reading. She's reading to Shiloh Bobcat right now. She was out with Amanda Tiger earlier when I drove in, so making the rounds. So yeah, another way that it's enriching not only for the keepers but also for the cats. She said that they do actually come out and we'll sit and listen, and sometimes Amanda will specifically get up and come over and listen for a few minutes and then walk away. So
Bilmo's getting better too.
Yeah.
Bilmo is one that he runs away and he hides, and he's a little nervous of people. And so we're trying to get him used to us and not be as intimidated by us. So her reading to him helps out
a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, that helps out a lot. We're doing a lot of operant conditioning with him, but the problem is that he likes boys.
Yes, he does. He does not respond to the girls hardly at all.
Yeah. We're going to give his neighbor something, though. Shiloh, we're going to give him a sickle, and I know we've kind of had a couple duds, but I'm pretty sure that Shiloh will come over.
Thank you guys so much for everybody who's supporting each other in the comments, and we hope you guys are enjoying this. When we put these tours together, it's a little more effort than you would think, because we've got to make sure we have enough caregivers for the cats, and make sure that everybody's able to do this for an hour. So we appreciate you guys showing up and donating and helping out each other in the comments.
See if I can get it on the platform.
Oh, all right, no pressure.
So close. Come on, Shiloh, you gotta do something.
You gotta come down, sir. He almost faked out me and Dylan last time too. He wouldn't come down at first, but then he eventually did.
He's like, oh,
Here we go.
wouldn't you have gotten it on the platform, maybe?
Go the short way. There you go. Here we go.
So Shiloh is a bobcat. He's one of our larger bobcats, actually. You can see he's a pretty big boy, pretty tall, and pretty thick as well. His tail is white underneath, and it's bobbed, and so that's how they got their name, because their tail is bobbed.
Follow your nose. He got a blood sickle. It's just in front of him. You gotta follow your nose, sir.
You're silly.
You are. You another people enrichment person or cat today? There you go. You're very close. You're very close. It's right behind you.
Sometimes they're not the smartest.
Follow your nose. You're so close. Yay.
Oh, I found it.
Good
So
job.
again, the sickles, they're enriching for them. They are like, gives them something to do and something interesting and different, but they also get additional fluids this way. And it's just getting food in a different form is a way of enrichment as well. Now, what we also saw too while we were watching him come down is you can see all the platforms. And platforms, their environment is enriching. So you can do environmental enrichment, and we work on that a lot too. So their platforms, they are different sizes, and cats like to be up high so they can see everything, they can smell everything coming. They can make sure that if there's something they want to hunt, that they're hidden up there and they can go down and get it. We have learned with our platforms that we make them wide, and we do make a lot of steps for them, because as our cats get older, it's not as easy for them to jump. And we don't want them to jump when they're old 20-year-old cats.
No, you probably felt both Jen and I be like, "Ugh, don't do that." Like as he was looking off the one edge, it's like, go the other way, go the other way.
So we actually call it the CDA, the Cat Disability Act. We're building those. So also you can see in here, he's got a nice big tree. His enclosure, he can see through. There's birds that can fly through here, lizards that can run through here, squirrels that go through there. Every now and again, something doesn't make it back out.
Yes.
But typically we have lazy cats. They're like, my food's about to be nice and cut up and sit there so I can eat it. And they're going to give me my favorite foods.
Exactly. I think that Shiloh actually has one of the prettiest enclosures. Like
does.
he's just got so many amazing plants and trees, and then he's got a big den that he can be on top of or go inside of with a ramp. And
so one of the things too, and how our enclosures are built, is that this is a big bubble. It's like a room. And then we give them another bubble with a room. So right here you can see, and this is a good example, is we are working on the other side of his enclosure. So we go in and we'll rake it, make sure there's no holes, do any repairs or anything like that. So what we can do is we can close that guillotine door there and put a lock on it, and then also a pole, so that nobody accidentally pulls it up. And we're able to safely be in the other side of the enclosure with the cage wire in between us, and work on it even if the cat's not on vacation or out of the enclosure.
Yep, exactly. Nice. All right, enjoy, buddy. Yay, we finally had a winner. Well, finally a 4.
So, and when we go over here, we'll talk about what we're talking about with a 4.
Yeah, we'll have Steph explain what she is writing down on that paper. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, some of the clips are a little tough. Thank you. All right.
So Steph, if you want to go and explain.
Yes. So, should I go behind?
Nope, I will, if you want to show the clipboard, yes.
I'm doing. So we're keeping track of everything the cats do, everything the cats eat. So I wrote down, and this is now for what we were doing just now. So I wrote down the name of every cat, what we gave them. So Moses Bailey got the perfume, being specific. Then, blood sickle and fish sickle. And then you see these numbers like 1, 1, 3, 1, 4, and they refer to how the cats interact with the item. So if they get a 1, they are not interested at all, did not come over. 2, they're a little apprehensive. 3, I think I gave someone a 3. Oh yeah, so Beecher got a 3 because he came over quickly, briefly, and then left.
Yep.
And then 4, that's the one when they're like excited and they lick and roll in it. So Shiloh got a 4.
Nice.
So once we're done with that, we will put it in the computer so it's all kept track of.
Perfect. Yep. Wonderful. All right.
All right. So
Onward.
head on over to Manny and that area.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. So we have seen quite a few of our smaller cats. So for any of you guys that are just joining, we're having a virtual keeper tour with Jen R and Stef K, and it's so silly because we have quite a few keepers here that all have same names, and so usually everybody gets nicknames, or we'll use the last initial, since we have a Stef C, but we also have a Stef K. So Stef K is she's originally from Germany, but she actually lives out in California. And she has been interning off and on for years here. So I was actually going to have her tell us a little bit about her experience. I know she just got here and had been quarantining for the last 2 weeks. And I think Friday was her first day back on property helping out. And she mainly does like projects and behind the scenes things to help while she was in quarantine. And now she's here, she can help with all of our cage projects and food prep and various things like that. But she has been through our intern program, similar to what you've seen Mike Enders do. They like to come and go every so often and just put in time. She also works closely with other accredited sanctuaries as well. Well, everyone loves your accent, Steph. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so we're going to give up, he's coming out.
Oh, yes.
We're going to give Manny a sickle, and then we're going to do some operant conditioning with Jinx.
Okay,
So I'm just
great.
going to grab some meat real quick.
Okay. Oh, he's running. Where are you going, bud? Don't go further. And Jinx is slinking around back there in the corner too.
All right, I'll give it to him right here. So if you
Okay.
guys can hang out right here.
Yep. Thank you, Kate, for the donation. You're right, Kathy. Steph does take amazing photos. Actually, while we're here with Manny, Steph, do you want to tell everybody a little bit about your Big Cat Rescue journey?
Yeah.
And I kind of briefly touched on like internships and all of that.
Very much. Thank you so much. So I became an intern back in 2013. Stayed here for 3 months, working 10 to 12 hours a day. So as an intern, you go through different levels and you learn to take care of different size cats with each level. So back then, level 1 was for the little cats, and then level 2 was for the cougars, mountain lions. So I stayed for 2 levels. I live in California, I have a job, I have a husband and a life, so I had to go back. Thought I will never come back ever. Came back a few times on vacation and decided to return for yet another internship in 2018. Did my level 1 again, and now I come back. I'm allowed to come back. I'm actually very lucky, very grateful. I come back like a few weeks at the time, just to help out in any ways I can.
Nice.
And I think, I mean, lots of people, right? You fall in love with the sanctuary, fall in love with the cats, feel really good with the team, and you just can't
get away. Yeah, you can't get away from it. Yeah. Awesome. Well, we're really happy to have you back.
Thank you. So Manny is getting a 4.
Yeah.
Manny's definitely getting
Manny's a 4, yes. And a 10 in everyone else's eyes.
So Manny is a Jaguar. As he sits here, we can see him really well, which is another nice thing about giving them the sickles. We can take a good look if they have a hot spot or something like that. He does not. He has a beautiful coat.
Perfect.
Perfect in every way. His spots are very large, and they have spots inside of spots. He has a very strong mouth. Their jaw is pound for pound one of the strongest jaws in the cat world, and that is one of the reasons that he is one of the cats that is our highest level cat. Which what that means is that you have to have been here for a very long time, cleaned and worked with a lot of the other cats to be able to clean Manny in this area. It's just, he's dangerous, not only his physical ability to harm us, but also he's a sneaky guy.
Yep, you didn't even have a chance to fully get everything you needed before he was already 5 cages over and directly behind you.
Exactly.
Yep.
So Manny also, he loves having people adore him. So when we had our tours, he would sit on top of his platform right here, and he'd see the tour coming, and we'd be cleaning, and he'd do whatever, and then he'd see the tour and go, oh, I got to get up there, and would get all ready and posed and everything for the tours. It was very cute.
I do think he's the only cat that truly misses the tours.
Yes.
Like, he really, and maybe Nikki, because Nikki always got the keeper tour, but
Nikki and I think Jinx too, because Jinx always got treats.
True, too. Yeah, true.
Yeah, but Jinx still gets treats, so well, they all still get
yes. I was wondering, he used to just immediately bite into his sickles, and now he's not been doing it, but of course, as I was about to say that, he's biting into it.
Yeah. Oh. They do. They chomp into those and get them into little pieces, and you're like, oh, my teeth hurt just watching you.
Yep, for sure.
Manny.
For people that keep asking about our weather, we're gonna reach like the mid to upper 70s today, but then I guess it's gonna take a quick turn.
So for Monday we're supposed to get rain, and then after that it's supposed to be cold.
And cold for here is like 40s and 50s, so which is very cold when you've been used to 90s for 9 months out of the year.
Yeah, exactly.
So but it's a beautiful day today, that's for sure.
Yeah.
All
well,
right.
Even though he is spectacular and it's hard to back away from him, we have another spectacular cat.
We do.
Is Jinx.
I think he's, yep, I see him. Yeah, I see a little shadow back there. He's slinking around. Where are you running off to?
So, Stef, if you want to hang out here, we're going to go over the Jinx.
Thanks. Thank you, Claudette, for the donation.
So I'm going to give him, he has 1 piece of thigh.
Oh, okay.
And then the rest is going to be the nice reds.
Nice.
Jinx. Lockouts are all closed.
Oh.
I can show.
Yep.
Jinx. Jinx likes to come up and stalk you, and then he gets rewarded himself if he likes you. So I'm going to get him to come over. I'm also going to get him to go into this lockout.
I think it might be clipped.
Yeah.
like it's clipped shut. Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna get him to go in.
Okay. That one I don't know. Usually that one is up, so I don't...
Yeah. So let me real quick go and check on that. He'll probably follow me. Anyway.
Yeah, I think he'll sneak away. Oh, nope, he's firmly planted. He doesn't know what's going on yet. Really, really appreciate the 7 of you guys that have donated. It really makes it worth us pulling these kinds of tours together for you. And yes, Giving Tuesday is this coming Tuesday. It's our biggest fundraiser of the year. We have a $21,000 match. So get your donations in early on our Giving Tuesday page and you'll have your donation matched dollar for dollar.
Where did she go? Where did she go?
I know you guys think you're just looking at a den, but there's a cat behind that den. He's like, I'm gonna get you.
So if we drop the meat, we never go and pick it up because the cat's claws can be right there.
Yep.
So we always, we're trained ourselves to
Never reach for it.
It's a little dirty, but in the wild they would eat dirt.
Yes.
Now he knows what's up, so we're going to take him over to that other lockout so you guys will be able to see how well he walks. What we're going to look for is any limping or if he is having any problem walking.
He's also showing you how all of his enclosures are attached by doorways and tunnels. So our cages are much larger than you would ever expect.
Okay.
That tail in there. He's got a very long tail. So as she was mentioning earlier, if our vet was here and we needed to put like a topical on him or get a really good view and a picture and a video of something that was something that we thought was an issue, we could put him in there. If we needed to catch him and actually take him into the hospital or move him enclosures, we could do that all using that lockout. You are just the perfect specimen, sir.
He's beautiful.
He's
He does
perfect.
such a good job. Can you
He
guys
does.
See how his spots? See his spots on his coat? His belly spots.
He's like, I'll lay down again. Yeah, they're very faint, but you can see them, especially on his shoulder right here. You can see he's got spots because he's a leopard. A lot of people want to call him a black panther, but he is a leopard.
The panther is typically a cougar, same thing as a cougar. Their genus species name has Panthera in it, and so a lot of people call them the panther. They generally do not come all black like this. However, leopards and jaguars, they often are all black like this. It's dark brown fur over the dark brown spots, but they do still have those spots underneath. If you were to shave them, those spots are down to their skin. It's like a tattoo.
Yep.
There's a saying, a leopard can't change their spots. It's very true.
Yep.
Right, bud?
Good job, sir.
You can see his really pretty long tail too, because leopards, they spend a lot of time in the trees, and that's another reason why they're spotted like that. So they blend in with the dapple light of the leaves and the trees, but they also can keep their balance with that nice long tail.
Yep. I'm sure you would have been the sneakiest, bud.
Zoom, zoom, zoom. And he's having no problem running.
I know. A 21-year-old leopard. We're going to be celebrating him on Giving Tuesday this coming Tuesday. This year, our Giving Tuesday is all about our oldest cats.
I'm going to close that lock out.
Sure, yeah. All of our elderly cats. And there are quite a few. Most of our cats are in their teens to early 20s. We have a handful that are younger than that, but a lot of times the cats that come here have been, abandoned, abused, neglected for usually about a decade at least before, unfortunately, the law steps in and can bring them to accredited sanctuaries like this. Manny's one of the younger guys, but he's still in his teens. So this coming Tuesday, Afton and I will be going live quite a few times throughout the day. Each live will be celebrating a different one of our cats that are in their early 20s. Thank you so much, Annette, and the other 8 of you guys that have donated so far today.
I think our next stop is going to be the queen herself.
Perfect.
Nikki Lion.
All right, let's do it. Yeah, no other option for that lady. And anybody who enjoys watching. Do you need gloves? I do.
They're smalls, but they're gloves.
I saw you doing that with your hands. I was like, yep. All right. So for anyone who likes these types of videos, you can always rewatch these at dailybigcat.com. And then we also have a bunch of live cameras, and we're in the process of getting even more, where you can watch many of the cats 24/7. Nikita is one of them, and her camera is officially fixed. So you should be able to find a list of all of our cameras at bigcatcams.com, and you'll find Nikita Lioness. Thank you, Jan, for the donation. We'll see which side she's on. Is she maybe in her roof section? I know we close her in for cleaning, but I don't know which side she'd be in.
We can go over there and then come this way.
Okay.
We did end up having to grab Red because she is still on the restriction of getting too excited with chicken.
Yeah. Yep, she means business with usually chicken and turkey, but chicken is always the...
Locked over
Okay.
in her section. Oh.
Look at that. Don't even want to make her get up. We'll just spoon feed you there.
So this is Nikki Lion. Nikki is a lioness, and lions are one of the cats that are social. Oh.
Sorry, babe, but it's for treats.
So we'll go over there. We'll talk about her as we're... Oh, because she's waking up.
Oh, that's too funny. You better roll over. Yeah, hi, hon. Whoa. Whoa. Now we're rolling. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hi, honey. Good morning. That was a full belly nap happening right there. So this old lady is 19 years old.
Yep. You got it. We can't give Nikki too many treats today because Robin, who some of our moderators might know,
Yep.
she's been interning with us, and today she gets to do her going away thing, which is to do operant conditioning with Nikki.
Nice. Yes. With her girl. That's going to be very special. So we can't over treat you because you're getting more treats later.
Yep. We don't make Nikki do a lot of different commands like a down or anything like that because she is a big girl. She's a very big girl, and she's an old lady. As we mentioned, she's 19 years old, so she has some joint issues. So it takes a lot of work for her to get down and up.
It does. We all saw that slow-mo roll.
So we're just making sure that she's used to getting treats like this, so if she needs a pill, we can easily put a pill in here for her. Okay. And we can see her real good. She sometimes does get hot spots. She has some palmettos in her enclosure, and when she gets a wild hair up her butt, she runs through and sometimes gets a little scratch like she has right there on her side. So sometimes we need to spray that, and so it's good to be able to have somebody doing operant conditioning here and somebody on the other side spraying her.
Yep. I've seen that done. It's pretty remarkable. That's why operant conditioning is so amazing. She doesn't even know what's happening and she's being medicated.
Well, and the nice thing about it is it's not stressful for the animals.
Yeah.
You know, we do as much to keep their lives as peaceful as possible, our lives as peaceful as possible, and be able to care for them. A lot of people think that you have to go in and you have to handle the animals and you have to manipulate the animals, and that's not always true.
Right.
You can do tons of vet care from outside the enclosure with a hands-off approach.
Yep. I know. Now she's going to beg us to open the door.
Yes.
We can't do that either.
Her door is closed is because we have a water bowl right here that is, we kind of have to put our hands in the enclosure a little bit. It's still safe because it's enclosed, but we'd rather just not have to worry about it.
Yeah.
So in the morning when we feed her, actually it's when we give her meds, I trick her and bring her over here and close the door, and then we feed her over here in her roof section. Every one of our open air sections has a roof section on it, so that if there's a storm or something that's going on, we can put them in the roof section, and then tree branches don't come down on them. Any flying objects don't come down on them. They have a den box that they can go into to get out of the elements too.
Yep.
So we use that also so that we can take care of, doing maintenance over there too, like her water bowl. But she does stand here and whines and looks very pathetic.
She does. She'll guilt everybody that she sees. But your cleaners will be here soon, lady.
Yeah.
Good job. All right. Thank you.
How are we doing on time?
We have about 15 minutes.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Do we want to go and do Jasmine and Sapphire in that area?
Sure.
Okay.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you again. So everybody who's helping each other out in the comments, make sure that you guys like and reply and send some hearts to each other in the comments. That's really helpful in alerting people that we're live and helping any of our newcomers feel welcome. Yep, I'm hearing some hollering.
Oh, and Kelly too. She needs a tube.
Yes. Yeah, I told her I would put in a word, so.
Oh, that's your fault.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. We'll probably see a couple of our tiger girls, and then this tour will be over for today. But like I said, this coming Tuesday, Giving Tuesday, we'll be doing quite a few lives for you guys while we try to raise that $100,000 goal to make some important updates to our on-site hospital and some upgrades for our very eldest cats on property. So I look forward to spending the day with you guys on that.
She's gonna get a big tube. Yep. Kelly likes the big tube. So we have a nice, thick, really thick tube. Like I can't smush it. And we're gonna try Amber Romance.
Oh, okay. See what we think.
This door's closed.
Yeah. Miss Lady. And we'll go over and see Jasmine as well. So those noises you're hearing from the cats are called chuffs. Tiger chuff. Are you gonna get some smelly goods?
Oh my god. Oh my god, right there.
What'd you get? What'd you get, lady?
So Kali is a tiger. No two tigers have the same stripes. It's like a person's thumbprint, so you can see her stripes are beautiful. Kali also, she was rescued from someone that used to interact with their cats. And she used to do things like stand on their shoulders and things like that, which is extremely dangerous. And so she wasn't able to stay there, and did end up coming here. When she first got here, it was very funny because we had a cat named Zeus, and Zeus was the kindest soul ever. And Khalid was in the enclosure next to him, and she was just scared of everything. She's like, these guys are scary, people are okay, but cats are scary. And so Zeus walked up and dope in the enclosure next to her and looked up, and she just went, "Rah!" And you could see in Zeus's face like the disappointment. And he walked away, and then he regrouped, and he came back again, dope, and looked up at her, and she, "Rah!" again. And he just pouted and walked away. So it's fun to see the cats interact and how they interact with each other, even though a lot of times we don't put them together. Tigers are solitary in the wild. So typically, if a tiger comes here, we don't pair them up usually, unless there's an unusual circumstance. There are some cats that we will pair up, and we have some bobcats that have come from different rescues, and we have paired them up, and they're a couple of our power couples as well.
Yep.
Is that yours?
She's like, I can smash it. You couldn't smash it, but I could smash it. She
No
bent it in half.
No problem at all, right, Kelly? She's looking at Jasmine.
She is. Like, what's she gonna get? Was that fun? You smashed it. Is it gonna end up in your pool?
She does. She takes everything into the pool and,
Yes.
washes it. That noise that she just made is a chuff. That's a hello in tiger talk, so that's like a nice noise. But she does. She takes everything into her pool and washes it. You can see she's got a couple toys.
Both of her
pool
toys
right
ended
now.
up. Yep. They weren't in there while she's on vacation, but as soon as she came back, they ended up back in there.
And the donut has some holes in it.
Yeah,
So
it's sinking.
Yeah.
It's sinking.
What you got?
Did you get it? You bent it right in half. Good job, lady. Yeah, I mean, if you were to pair up some cats and then they start fighting, you know, bobcats are one thing. You could generally try to spray them with a hose or separate them with food. Tigers and any of the bigger cats, if they want to fight each other for territory or treats or toys, that would be it. So that is a big reason why we do not introduce cats to each other here unless they were born and raised together.
So I'm going to give Jasmine, she's going into heat right now. So
Yep.
a lot of times we do operant conditioning with her. Food is not what she's interested in.
No.
So we also had a bunch of, like 3 cats come here. And at first they would eat all the paper enrichment. They've since got on the nice list, and they are doing better with not eating the enrichment.
Yeah.
But we called them the Spice Girls because they still liked spice. Now we have cinnamon here. We mentioned earlier we use all different types of spice scents for them. And so we would just put it on the ground. So we call them the Spice Girls. So she's Jazzy Spice Girl. So we'll see what she does with just some cinnamon.
Sounds good. She has a very unique tiger chuff. It sounds different than Khalid's, but it's still the same idea.
I don't know if you guys can hear in the background, Nikki Lion is roaring.
Yeah,
too.
her approval that
Jazzy!
she got some snacks.
Jasmine, somebody's been in their pool.
I was gonna say she's been swimming.
Tigers are great swimmers and love the water. Jasmine.
That means you're gonna be filthy. Because she's wet, so she'll roll around in the spice.
Jasmine.
Jazz girl! Come here!
Maybe
She's
she
like,
does
nope.
have some food.
She might
She
be
doesn't
ready.
know what she
no,
wants.
she doesn't know what she wants.
Jazzy!
Do you want a shower? Oh, maybe that's what happened. Someone might have been over here giving her a shower.
That's probably it.
Where you
You could
going?
shower her.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna go and grab the hose.
Okay. See if she wants a bath. What? Oh, now we're running.
I know.
See, life is weird and confusing. You just definitely threw sand all over me. Thanks for that. Thanks so much.
Oh, the other hose is better.
You go play with Cinnamon. So a lot of people are asking, you know, why they're not spayed, and why they would still be going into heat. And when Jasmine and Dutchess and Sapphire arrived with Jinx, they were part of our witness protection program, meaning they had been confiscated by authorities and they were simply just staying here while the litigation side of things worked out. And so, yes, yep. So technically they were not our cats, so we were not able to alter them in any way like that. They also were not living with any other cats. We don't believe in breeding for life in prison, so we don't do any breeding here. So she's getting a bath. That's very growly. Gotta water your tigers so they grow big and strong. So there are quite a few of our female tigers that go into heat because they're not fixed, because they weren't ours to fix to begin with. And then unless it's for a major medical reason, we generally don't, because it's such an invasive surgery compared to neutering a male. It's a lot more difficult to spay the females and a lot longer recovery time. So for instance, like Priya had an emergency surgery that resulted in her being fixed. And same thing with Amanda. Amanda had an emergency surgery years ago that resulted in that. Plus she was living with her brothers. So there's a variety of reasons why some are and some aren't. But our tiger girls do go in and out of heat occasionally. It usually isn't a big deal, but it just means they're a little bit picky eaters for a couple of days. Was that fun? My fairy goodness.
We get lots of really nice butt shots.
Yes. Yep. And we are always more interesting to her than enrichment and food and anything else we could give her.
Yep. But the shower definitely is always
a hit.
Always a
Yeah,
hit.
she likes that no matter when. Yeah. All right. Well, we've still got a couple, like about 2-3 minutes if we want to go see Stef or anybody left on your list? Anybody up front?
Let's see. Let's go and do Priya.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Let's hop up front and see Priya. We'll end there. Nice. All right. So we'll go see Priya and
We are going
Dutchess.
to have to back around.
Okay.
No way I'm doing a 3-point turn with big right.
Yeah, I gotcha. I will do the same. All right, guys, so we'll go see 2 more cats. And thank you to everybody who's been talking about the big vote on Wednesday. If you could please take the time this weekend to make the call of the wild. Go to bigcatact.com and contact your legislators and give them that nice last push and reminder that we are up for a vote for the Big Cat Public Safety Act this Wednesday, which is so amazing and exciting. This is a really big week in general for us. We've got a lot going on. We'll have Cyber Monday sales tomorrow, Giving Tuesday on Tuesday, the vote on Wednesday, and I believe there's another big exciting event happening this week as well. So make sure you guys keep your eye on our Facebook page and our Instagram page, and please share all of our sales and all of our posts regarding the Big Cat Public Safety Act, anything with our bigcatrescue.biz store. Really appreciate all of your support this time of year. It's been a weird, wild year for all of us, and we're just so thankful that you guys have really come through and are still really supporting the big cats here. She's like, well, I destroyed all my other enrichment, so
I need something new.
yeah. This is Dutchess. She got some Thanksgiving enrichment that you can see all over the ground in the background. Another big tube over there.
We're also going to grab the cinnamon too. Oh, she doesn't react to this.
Hi. Yes. So we really appreciate all of your support and everybody who's donating and sharing. Yeah, I'll probably hang over here as well. So Jen has to go into the safety gate down there. Dutchess is another one of the cats that's also on a 24/7 camera, and you can find that at bigcatcams.com. Where are you going?
She's getting Betsy Johnson.
Okay.
Dutchess.
Not you too.
Hi. Come here.
I think she's in heat too, yeah. Where are you going? Yeah. Just like, bye.
When you try to tell them to do something, they're going to always do the opposite.
Dutch, you were supposed to be our grand finale. Just gonna go back to her feeding lockout. Second breakfast. I'm gonna lay a foot away from it.
Just outside of the
You are so goofy with a big smile on your face.
Can you give me the cinnamon? I'm going to put some cinnamon on the ground too.
Yeah.
See if maybe we can get some reaction on it. They can smell really well. So even if it's not in their face or right under them, they're smelling this. They can smell very, very, way better than us. So we may get a reaction. She's smelling it.
Mm-hmm.
They also do something, it's called phlegmin, and they have a Jacob's organ in their mouth that they can smell through. So if sometimes you'll see them do something, we call it stinky face, and they're actually smelling through their mouths. And she's doing nothing.
Nope. Can't give us the satisfaction.
However, she is enjoying the beautiful weather today.
Yeah, it's really nice out.
She got some really nice Thanksgiving enrichment that she tore up.
Yeah.
So we have an enrichment committee, and we sign up for.
Here we go.
We might get something. We sign up. I think it's Wednesday nights. At night they go and they make these crazy enrichments out of boxes.
Yep.
I can't believe what they can do out of boxes. Oh.
I'm always amazed what they can do with the hot glue.
Yeah.
Because like, especially for Halloween, like I've seen Babs make like spider webs out of like the hot glue that they use to put everything together. Like they're just so creative. It's unbelievable.
They are. And they're like, Jen, you should come. I'm like, no, really, I can't even.
I always tell them
those.
that too. I'm like, so that you can watch me not do anything as cool as you. Like, that was a good stinky face lady.
Yeah. She's drooling like crazy too.
Yeah.
I have a feeling in about 10 minutes we're gonna walk by here. She's gonna be all rolling.
Zoomy area. Good job.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go and grab some meat.
Okay.
And then we can walk over to Priya and do some operant conditioning, and I think she'll be our last
Yep.
one.
I think that sounds like a good idea. All right, guys. Well, I'll take this second while she's getting her operant together. We'll watch Dutchess with her cinnamon. But I really want to thank all 13 of you guys that donated, everybody sharing, everybody helping each other out in the comments. If you want to learn about the cats here, they all have bio pages at bigcatrescue.org/catbio. Again, you can rewatch these lives and any of the other lives that we do. Yes, you tell them to go rewatch at dailybigcat.com. And make sure that you're watching our page tomorrow and Tuesday and Wednesday and the rest of the week for all the excitement that's going to take place. It's going to be another busy, busy week for us here. The holidays are always busy, but it's our most important time of the year to really get a nice nest egg together for the cats. So we really, really appreciate you guys. This Giving Tuesday, our goal is $100,000. You guys might have already received some emails from that, but Tuesday we will be hopefully reaching that goal, and it's in support of our oldest cats. We're gonna make some improvements in our Windsong Memorial Hospital.
She's like, hey, I could have used the food.
It lost one.
The good thing about being at the end of the tour is you get all the leftover meat.
Yeah, true. I don't think Priya's gonna complain about that at all.
Dutchess may want some.
She
too.
might. It's looking like it.
We can give her a couple. She's being a good girl.
She's like, look, I go in lockout. Oh, we lost it again. The same one.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll slip in. That way we can go to Priya's.
Dutchess, back out.
Nice. Very opinionated.
We'll have her do it down over here.
Yeah.
Come on, Dutchess. So a lot of times we'll have them go down so we can see how their joints are working and see how they're.
They might grumble about it a lot, but they'll do it.
Eye too. We get to look at her eyes really well right now. Here's her teeth we can see. Those look pretty good. She definitely has vocalization.
Uh-huh. Yep. Full of opinions. Good job, lady.
Priya.
Gonna go see Priya now, our grand finale. Thank you all so much for joining us today.
Priya, wake up.
Oh, yep, and in a hot second she was awake.
You don't want to miss this.
It's Priya Tiger.
She's getting chicken breast and chicken thighs. Down. Priya's got some funny eyes, some funky eyes, so we're always looking at her eyes, make sure they look good. Down. We'll walk her over a little bit, see how she's walking. And she'll whine about it. too.
Mm-hmm.
Last piece, what are you gonna do?
Last one, babe.
Yeah. Oh, it's a good one.
Good job.
All right, you did good, Priya.
She did.
That was worth waking up, huh?
Oh, good job, honey. Good job. Yeah. Say thank you, everyone. Well, thank you very much, Jen. Appreciate it. Thank you so much, Stef. All right.
Thanks for viewing.
Definitely. We really appreciate all of you guys. We'll see you on Tuesday for Giving Tuesday. And make sure you please contact your representatives for the Big Cat Public Safety Act. There's a vote this Wednesday. So go to bigcatact.com. It's a huge day for us. Thank you, guys.